What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be playing around with a title called Netherworld Covenant. This is a game that imagines what if Hades, so this is a roguelite that imagines what if Hades had a baby with something like Ender Lilies and Dark Souls. So if you've ever played a Hades or a Hades-like, those games are very fast-paced. They tend to be pulse-pounding and very visceral. They aren't too concerned with locking you into animations and stuff like that. This game goes the opposite direction, where they think to themselves, like, how many aspects of Dark Souls would actually convert well into an isometric Hades game? And in fact, the game is currently in early access, and I think that the current build that we have right now is a really solid foundation for an early access to build on top of, because they don't really have a whole lot of fundamental flaws to fix right now. I think they did capture that vibe of being a heavy, sort of fat-rolling version of Hades. And so today we're going to take a look at the game for about 30 minutes. We're going to see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list, or if it's one of those games you wanted to pass on. Fairly low risk with this title, because it does have a pretty chunky demo that's publicly available right now, right above where you purchased the game. So you're not entirely reliant on me to let you know whether I thought it was good or not. You can actually go check the game out risk-free for yourself, and I remember the demo having a bit of content in it that'll help you get fully on into the swing of things, but that link is down below for you. And then on top of that, you can also find a link to my Discord, my Twitch stream, all that kind of stuff down there, just in case you wanted to slide on through. But let's go ahead and check out Netherworld Covenant, because we've only got like 30 minutes to play around with. So in Netherworld Covenant, you are a knight that's been awakened almost Arthurian style from death after losing a battle. We are in the post-apocalypse right now, and of course, as it always seems to go in these RPG-like settings, the only way to stop the apocalypse is for some unnamed shadowy hero to go down into a dungeon and kill like 3 or 4 guardians. Outside of that, I think we're all hosed and we just live on Ghost Planet now. Our character, he also has a number of other people leaning into that Arthurian vibe that are assisting him, ghosts that he's rescued from the dungeon that were knights just like him, and we can summon those knights, and that's going to be one of the first major hooks of the game. But really, if you wanted to boil this game down, go into room, kill all bad guys, get bonus, do it again in next room. It follows very, very closely to sort of that roguelite formula. So at the end of this room, we have a 30% chance to inflict 2 stacks of rend on the target. That's not too bad. I could definitely take that. I like bleed builds. We can get an HP back at the end of every battle. We can put Doom on the enemy, which is a bomb every time we hit them, and it blows up a little while later. I'll probably go with bleed, though, because just making my enemies spray blood everywhere, Kurosawa style, makes me happy. And then we're going to have to pick which room we want to go to next. We can get a personal aura. We can get a ghost aura. Let's get a personal aura first, and then we'll try to get the ghost aura after this. But what makes this game different? Well, a couple of things. So you've got the standard fare stuff you can do in this game. So left click is going to make you just do your light attack. You can also do a heavy attack by clicking and charging and holding down. But where the game gets interesting is that when you see an enemy with yellow above their head, there you go, like him right there, you can right-click and insta-stun him with your right-click ability, which for me is like a crossbow that's mounted to my wrist, like a ghostly bow type deal. On top of that, you've also got ghost attacks, so you see me throw that out right there. That's a ghost attack, and the ghost will stay on the ground for a little bit. No matter where you are on the battlefield, you can teleport back to the ghost, which is where I sort of like saw Ender Lilies in there. I don't know if you guys ever played that. I remember it being like I think we covered it here on the Nerd Castle. I remember it being like an anime-inspired Metroidvania type deal that had attack systems very similar to this one. In Ender Lilies, you could also summon ghosts by hitting one button, and those ghosts would like help you out, basically. I'm going to put my archer on the ground right there. My other ghost ability is really, really simple. It's literally just me summoning a ghost that acts like a turret, and he just hangs out in the backfield shooting people. It does cost you ghost meter when you do that, so if you take a look down in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you will see a number of meters, the red obviously being my health, but the one right above that, this little blue guy right here, this is your ghost meter. Every time you hit an enemy with a normal melee attack, it charges up, and it allows you to use your Q and your E abilities, and there are a lot of these Q and E ghost abilities. There's 4 different ghosts, and each ghost I think has like 8 or 9 abilities that you can unlock going on in, and you only get to bring 2 of them with you into a run, and so obviously a lot of opportunities for sussing out synergies and trying out different ways of playing the game right there that'll probably boost up replayability pretty solidly. So whenever a monster under Rend dies, you get 1 HP back. That's not bad. A magic sword is generated whenever you perfect dodge. It flies towards an attacker, deals 32 damage, and put Rend on them. Yeah, I like the Ren Demon Sword. That sounds pretty good. Perfect dodges in this game. You can see the dodge pips right here. I do wish that they were a little bit bigger. That's one major complaint I have about the game, is that these pips with the gray backgrounds when you're fighting and whatnot can be hard to keep track of when they're spamming spell effects at you. I kind of wish that, like, it was above these over here and it was like 4 big slashes that you could kind of watch out of the corner of your eye a little bit better. Or maybe bottom center you would have the 4 slashes or something like that. What do we have for our next bonus over here? We've got a relic and we've got a aura. Let's go with a relic. Relics go in these 2 slots right here, and they tend to change around the way that you play your character, or they tend to introduce a synergy. And since we have so many things right now that are generating bleeds on the enemy, I think it's probably actually a really good idea for us to see if we can maybe get something. Oh yeah, I saw our little spectral sword right there. Reach out and slash the enemy. Get you with a stun real fast. Be careful when you're spamming your bow though. There are balance mechanisms on the bow to stop you from spamming it and just repeatedly ranged attacking the enemy from super far away. So what you will find is every single time that you use your bow, it lowers your stamina pips by 1, which means if you're spamming your bow too much and then the enemy decides to launch something gnarly at you, you may find yourself without the relief of a utility dodge, which is precisely how I lost my last run. That's exactly how I died, which is why I brought it up right here. We found, I have no idea what that is. It kind of looks like a watermelon, but like also not like a watermelon. I'm guessing it's tasty. Wouldn't be tasty for me. It would be death because I'm allergic to watermelon. So, like, in general, I tend to stay away from watermelon-y things. He's going to blow up, isn't he? I was going to say, you had all the telltale signs of an enemy that explodinates when I slide through. Put down another archer right there. He's going to explode. Throw a sword at him. Dodge in. Oh, he turned all the way around. We'll go back over here. We'll slash him up. Perfect. And we've got ourselves a relic. So we've got the Bottle Spirit. When the Curse from Doom resolves, it triggers a fire explosion, dealing 34 damage. Okay. Well, I think the obvious one here is the Rend Stone. This one right here makes our Rend tick harder, and it gives us a higher chance to crit whenever the enemy is under its effects. So I think that'll work out okay. We've also got +8 character damage right there. I could definitely throw that on in. That sounds good. We've got a mini-boss that we've got to fight for right now. This guy right here always gives me trouble. I know which guy it is, yeah. Oh, it's different this time. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, get him with one of those. Maybe throw out a sword right there. What's he about to do? He's like making big rocks fall from the sky. Ow, dick. Oh, he summons little Splodo minions too. Well, that'll be fun to deal with. I don't have any dodge left, so we're going to need to get on top of that for just a minute or two. Stay out of the way of them. I'm trying to get my ghost charges back. Put down an archer just to pepper him up a little bit with hits. We'll get a perfect dodge right there for the extra supplementary damage. I'll probably, yeah, drop him over here. I'm all out of, nope, I still got dodges. We'll be all right. What are you doing? Okay. Drop one of those over there. Maybe. Oh, I hit the teleport, but it didn't go off because I got staggered like instantly when he hit me. All right. Couple more of these guys rattling around. They're eating up a lot of my attacks, and I'm not a massive fan of that. I need to wait for my dodge to replenish. I didn't even see that attack go off. He was so slow and sluggy when he was doing it. Throw that in there for a little bit of... Oh, Jesus. Okay. He got like the tentacle thing going on. Beautiful. All right, so we got him out of the way. I got nothing for an archer right now, which is real unfortunate. I wish I had something for an archer. Is he healing? I saw like a little beam thing go back to his body. There we go. Put him to sleep. That's what I'm talking about. So apparently the bosses are randomized. The last 2 times I went through here, I had like a big guy that reminded me of a Crucible Knight from Elden Ring, actually, like a Crucible Knight type guy. And so I'm glad to see that they randomized too. That's actually really, really good. We got Legion Relics. These right here are metagame currency that you use to unlock new skills in the game's talent tree. It also allows you to unlock new weapons from the armory, because this sword that we have right here is not the only one in the game that we can get. There's actually quite a few different swords and things like that you can swap out just in case you wanted to have like a dagger and be super fast. Do you want to have like a bigger, heavier sword and like whomp on the enemy super hard? Kind of depends. Let's go get another relic, I think. That sounds like the thing that I want to add to my repertoire right now. And then after I get the relic, I love that breaking wood sound right there when you smack on enemies. But by and large, my general experience of the game so far has been that actually it feels pretty good to play. There's a lot of Hades-likes out there, and a lot of them are like not very good. They are clearly knockoffs, you know what I mean? That are very, very easy to recognize. This one right here is actually a game that very clearly likes Hades, holds Hades in high regard, but also kind of wanted to walk its own path and mix in a few different mechanics that would make Hades just play fundamentally differently, and I think it works. I don't know. Oh my god, this dude is all up in my business. When it comes to enemy variety, I haven't gotten out of Act 1 yet, so I can't really speak on that. I always get torched by the Act 1 boss, but I'm hoping this time around we do better, and maybe I'll get my first kill here on camera. I don't actually have anything to throw around right now, but I know that I need these ghosts to get gone before they start getting me with just like little, they have like this charge attack, and because they're kind of like inchoate and foggy, sometimes with the dark kind of Path of Exile inspired backgrounds, the ghosts can be difficult to track while you're fighting somebody else. And so I like to get the ghosts first. That's just me personally. I like that spectral sword that we've got on perfect dodges. If I dodge into the enemy, we almost always get it, and it's just like free damage for standing there. Absolutely adore that. So we've got a bottle spirit over here, same one we saw last time, except this time around it's triggering thunder instead of fire. Increases your crit chance when you're attacking enemies that are afflicted by paralysis. Okay. Each Wrathstone will increase your chain lightning damage by 200. Okay, nothing here directly helps our character's build, so I think I'm just going to take the bonus 15 HP, and then we'll swap that out. Those aren't permanently assigned to your character for the remainder of the run. You can actually swap these out when you want to swap them out, and so we'll try to swap it a little bit later. I do kind of want to go for the Blackstone reward, but I could upgrade one of my auras. One thing I have noticed about this game is that it doesn't give you a lot of metagame currency. Metagame currency, very, very stingy with this title. That's going to allow me to just give me my Blackstone. There we go. Give me the 33. It's pretty stingy with metagame currency. There's a lot of things to unlock, and typically you only get to unlock like 2 on your starting runs because it just doesn't give you a whole lot of stuff to play with. Let's go to the merchant. I've never gone to a merchant in the entire time that I've played this game, and so I want to see what the merchant's got going on. And we got 85 bucks on us right now, so maybe we'll be able to afford something useful. I was completely and totally wrong, so now I know you've got to have a lot more money than that. Fair enough. Let's go grab another relic to try to replace the one that's not really doing anything for our build at the moment. I would definitely like to swap that out so that everything here is all firing in the same direction. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys want to, like, come over here, yeah, I'm going to teleport back. I wanted to see if I could finish off one of the giant guys first. Just fire some arrows at him. We'll put down an archer over here. Hopefully he shoots something in useful fashion. I don't think that ghosts can bleed. It looks like my rend isn't going out on him. Okay, good to know. Enemies do have poise in this game as well, in case you were wondering. So if you see them standing around with little swishy like canary birds above their head, that's what that is. Oh my god. Okay. Well, let's try that first. I'm going to need some ghost backup on this. Oof. Okay, let's drag him back over this way. This guy's throwing projectiles at me. 2 guys throwing projectiles at me. Oh, getting just clunked right now in this tiny arena. Yeah, it's just, like, not big enough. Like, I don't have the room to kite these guys out the way that I would prefer to kite them out. And we've got more on their way in. That's okay, though. We killed off the rest of them, so I think we're in the clear now. I'm going to drink my potion now. I'm probably not going to have time to do it in combat. We've got Ice Soul Shards. When taking damage, there's a 38% chance to immediately counterattack, dealing 60 fire and applying burn. Yeah, I think I'd rather have that. We're going to lose a little bit of our max HP, but retaliation is nice. I like it when I've got a little bit of retaliatory oomph inside the tank. And with that, we're going up against our first boss. This guy right here, I think that if we space him out, we should be in good shape. The arena definitely reminds me of kind of like the end of Act 1 in Path of Exile. It's definitely got those butchery vibes, doesn't it? It's got that feel to it. All right. What you got for me, Helmet? What you got for me? This is the guy that always starches me when we go up against each other. Oh, wow, you have 4 attacks on that one, huh? All right, let's stack up some bleed on him real quick. Ooh, got me right there. Okay. I'm just going to back up a little bit. Put me down another ghost. Perfecto. Teleport back to a ghost. Teleport back to a ghost. That should work out pretty well. I do highly recommend that you use the mobility that this game gives you access to. If you don't, it's going to feel pretty often like you're kind of SOL. Oh, he got the Explodos going out, huh? Get him, Archer. Let's let him feel it a little bit. Oh, God. Okay. He's putting down area denial again. Get behind something. My man's got very, very limited openings, which is why I thought it might be a good idea to take bleed, because then when I do occasionally get a love tap off, he's still taking damage in his little corner. Dodge through that, but we don't get the damage. There we go. We got it on that one, and he's down. We're going into phase 2. Let's do this thing. Where would we be in any Dark Souls-inspired game without bosses that have, like, 8 phases? Get away from him. Shoot some arrows at him, though, just to get some starting damage off, because I think we have very, very full ghost meter right now. I'm going to put you over there. Okay. Big combo right there. Teleport back. Give me some more ghosto attacks. Good stuff. Oh, we're looking pretty good right now, dude. We're not looking bad. But those right there, don't walk near those. They slow you down. I've been to this phase before, and I always, like, fumble somehow over here. Give me another ghost. Oh, he jumped right. Oh, God. Okay, give me some health. We've also got ads running around all over the place, which is going to be something fun to contend with. How much ghost power do I have right now? Put down a ghost, I guess, because he's just going to be sitting there just sort of shamelessly spamming things at me from off screen. Shameless. Absolutely shameless. See, this is why nobody likes to hang out with demons. Ooh, big combo that I just soaked to the dome piece because I'm getting greedy, dude. Ugh, give me another potion. I'm going to come back over here and see if I can get another one in me, too. All right. Potions are good. We're looking all right. Health is up. I just need... There we go. My ghost got him. I dropped my ghost back there because I figured it hit him in the face. We got the Executioner down. So what are our rewards? We got some Legion relics. We get a stone, so we can increase our ghost damage, our HP, or our physical damage. I'm going to go with the extra. I feel like our damage is okay right now with all the bleeds and everything, so I'm going to pick that up. Is there anything else laying around the arena? I do think the rooms in this game could be a little bit more interesting than they currently are, with little, lanterns that you can pull, and it opens up like a secret door to go get bonus stuff. Or, just little things like that to bring some character out. Like maybe when you get into a room, there's guys that are lashed to a pole, and they've got little HP meters, and the enemies will attack them. And if you can protect them for the entire time you're inside of the room, you get something even better on top of the bonus that you would have gotten for completing that room. Mix it up a little bit. Make it a little bit fluid. Make it a little bit fun. You know what I mean? Okay, so we are in new environs right now. Grab my 2 potions. The corruption here begins to fade. Thank you, Lantern Bearer. With the death of the anchor, this land may remain free from chaos for a long time. You've also granted your former comrade an honorable death, not as a thrall, but as a warrior. Okay, press on. I mean, I'm gonna press on. We're gonna see what we can do here. But I got whooped pretty good on that last run, but we did clinch our first kill, all right? I really should not have gotten greedy near the end. I saw how low his health meter was, and you ever do that when you play Elden Ring, where, like, the enemy's health is so low that you're just like, send it! I don't care! I don't give a shit! And you just start, like, spamming. I do that all the time once they get to low health. It's like that temptation that I just can't resist. Druce is a prosperous territory on the Empire's northwestern fringe. A trader from the Southern Kingdom was named the First Lord as a reward. It once served as a vital port hub for the capital, but with the Lord's fall to corruption, the entire land descended into chaos. The anchor lies within this place. Press on. Your partner's corpse was offered here as a tribute to chaos. You must find him. Okay. Gotta go find my partner. What's up, zombies? How you doing? We just, being undead. Oh, did they just put down poison fart gas when I killed him? Ugh, not a fan of that. Okay. So we've got some pretty serious area denial coming up on this leg of the journey, where every time we kill one of those guys, we're going to have to space it out ever so slightly so that we're not getting caught up. What do we have going on over here? Ooh, Power Stone. Yeah, I'll take 5 damage. 5 damage is good. Definitely like that. Are there any fun little directions I can run into? I like how you can see the water sparkling in the background with its effect. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you guys just get up off me. Was that the entire room? I think that was the entire room. Alright, bonus, what you got for me? Lightning Summon. Your ghost deals 7 lightning damage with a chance to trigger paralysis. Fire Summon might be nice. After not taking damage, the next ghost skill used will not consume energy. How does that work? Do I have like a little meter that tells me when it's ready to rock? Just checking. Like, I would like to know. An aura upgrade. Yeah, that sounds nice. I don't even remember what auras I have at this point. We're like 25 minutes deep into a run right now. Yeah, enemy variety does seem to get like a little mix-up as you get further on into the game. It looks like each tile set has its own different enemies that you can face off against, which is nice. Is he getting damaged by the... No, I think it's my bleed that's on him. I was going to say, like, I've never noticed anything that convinced me that there was any kind of, like, friendly fire in this game for when enemies attack, but it would definitely... Ow, hey. I thought that was, like, gold flying towards me for a second. Let's chill, you. That's right, you robe-wearing douche. Get on out of here. All right, what do we have over here? Money. Money's good because we need a lot of it to buy anything from a store, so dodge back, fix him up with a little bit of fun sword action. We got wolves too, huh? Oh, the wolf has wheels on him. Okay, my man put his Nikes on this morning. My man's moving. He's like in that phase right now where when you take like, you know, a kid to the shoe store, you're like, did they make you faster though? And they got to run around the store a little bit. I feel like that's a classic dad tactic that just never expires. Take the kid to the shoe store to buy new shoes, make them put on the shoes, ask them if they like them. If they say yes, make them run around the store for a minute. Okay, you're a little shit, bro. You're the worst. There's not a lot of, okay. There's not a whole lot of like telegraphing to that shot, and it could come from off screen. One thing I do really dislike in games is attacks that come from off screen. That annoys the hell out of me. Let's see here. Ren Demon Sword. Okay, so I can upgrade my Demon Sword from dodging, or I can upgrade my Rend so that I get more crit, and the Ren ticks will hurt harder. I'm gonna go with just making my bleed a little bit more amplified. I think that's the way to go. Oh, dude, I'm already on this potion life right now. That's not good. Gold reward. Relic reward. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my relics right now. So I guess we'll just go with flat cash and hope that we get a vendor at some point. Ooh, he dropped something. What do we have, like a new blueprint? I gotta not die before I get that blueprint into my inventory. Gimme. Oh, God, there's things flying everywhere. I'm reverting back into my primitive lizard brain of just spamming dodge and hoping that I live. We got the Tomb Seeker's Skull. Okay. We can't equip that right now or anything, but later on in the game, we can actually buy that. So I can dispel the curse or I can take a curse. Let's do that. What are you going to give me? We got 80 gold for 50 gold. Not too bad. I'll definitely take that. Like, who wouldn't want to convert their 50 bucks into 80 bucks right this second? That just took you from like an indie game up to like a AAA game, dude. Oh, he's the one summoning the wolves, huh? Okay. And they're hanging out inside the corrosive fart gas. Alright, he's down. Is that my homeboy right there? I just realized there's a glowy guy in the center of the battlefield. What is... Ooh, 144 gold. Ow! Okay, alright, I get it. I was standing inside the fart gas. Maybe make it a little bit brighter, though. It's kind of like the same color as the ground, or like inside that same digital camo setup. Brendan's body is hanging upside down. No, it's not. He's right side up, bro. Used as a plaything. Blood slowly drips from it. You can faintly hear Brendan's voice. Be careful, I can't hold it back. We gotta go fight Brendan, don't we? Yeah, alright. Let's go fight Brendan and see what's going on. Brendan, because we were homies in a past life, I fully expect you to be chill and back me up, broham. Ow. That had a bunch of follow-ups to it that I didn't expect. Okay. For now, let's just focus on getting him with what we can. Like, I'm a dot build. Oh, dude, he juggled me right there, too. I'm a dot build right now, so we may as well just sort of, like, kite him. Oh, that wasn't the one I wanted you to go to. That was absolutely the wrong enemy. Oh, that dash at the front of that dude. I think I gotta dodge into him. Oh, what was that? He hadn't done that yet. That was a new one. Brendan, my dude, you've been practicing. You've developed some new abilities, haven't you? Okay, all right. Brendan smoked me. Got absolutely torched by my own friend. But every single time you die, you're going to come back to the colony over here, where you're restoring souls to the camp. And inside of here, they will give you a little bit of storyline exposition every single time you come back, just like with Hades. And then you can spend your Blackstone on either upgrading perks that you already have that just flatly make you stronger. None of the perks in here are super interesting that I've seen so far. I'm sort of okay with it because I find that the synergy building is fine inside of this game and does allow you to have some of that creativity. So I don't really mind that almost everything here is flat stat increases, but I do think that you could definitely find better things to put in your game than flat stat increases. I do find myself very frequently feeling like a broken record. I mean, every single day we play a new roguelite, and every single day I'm like, well, flat stats are kind of boring. Maybe consider doing something like what Hades did, where they're not necessarily numerical increases. Instead, they make you a little bit stronger in some ways, a little bit weaker in other ways, so that you can kind of tailor and tune your overall run experience. But you can also buy weapons over on this side. You got amulets and weapons, basically. So that Malcolm's Lost Saber right there, when you slay a monster, it ignites your fury within. Each monster kill increases character damage by plus... Oh, it's a berserker sword. Nice. So it increases your damage for each kill. That's the only one that I've found so far in the 3 runs that I've done. We've also got some amulets over here, but I don't have enough resources to actually fix them. Chance of finding normal chests or random chests in the scene increases by 25%. Okay. The lower your HP, the more damage you deal. Yeah, that wouldn't be the worst. But this right here is Netherworld Covenant. I think they've got a good foundation. I think the dodging, the movement, the openings, the windows, the hits, all of that stuff feels good and as fluid as it needs to be, and if they didn't, I would be much less positive about this early access, but their fundamentals are very much in the right place with this game, and so from there, all that comes with it is just to flesh it out, add more enemies, add more bosses, add more equipment, add more things that you can do to make your runs interesting and more varied, but with the basics where they are right now, yeah, dude, pretty fun. Netherworld Covenant. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today it was Netherworld Covenant. Tomorrow it'll be something else. Thanks for hanging out, and that's all I got for you, folks. Goodbye.